Today, I don't want to talk about this past mission trip and what we did and who we met and what a great time it was. Because although the 7-day experience did allow us to come together as a group and connect with each other and the people we encountered, I believe that a mission trip, if done right, should have a much greater purpose that transcends far beyond those few days. The fact of the matter is, you all give us a lot of money throughout the year, much of it helping to fund the mission trip. You wonder, what is my money really helping? And isn't this a lot of money that is only being spent on one short week of service? Well, I'm going to tell you just exactly what your generous donations are helping, and why I firmly believe that your support is not a monetary handout, but an investment into the future of our community right here in Kent and truly all over the world. As I have been privileged to go on all 4 mission trips during my high school career, I feel it is my responsibility to take this opportunity to tell you what I have discovered while reflecting on my UYF experience as a whole. My first trip was to Washington, D.C. My brother was the president, and I was a young freshman experiencing UYF on a mission for the first time. Now, how many of you are familiar with the monthly community meal? Okay, I'd say that's pretty much everyone. Now, did you ever wonder why we do it, where it came from, or exactly when it started? Our monthly meal, which started by serving 5 people and has grown to serve over 70 of the local hungry and homeless, is a direct result of my first mission trip. I like to think that every mission trip has a different spirit, a different feeling and bond between that particular group of UYF members and parents, brought on by a shared, moving experience. I remember sitting in a reflection circle, at least 3 people crying, everyone silent and pensive, as whoever was speaking attempted to put into words thoughts they'd never had before. We had never considered how much of a difference one single meal could make in someone's life. We had never considered sitting with the people and actually sharing the meal together, making the time an event of fun and conversation. We had never realized that the serving counter was a social barrier, creating a them-us feeling. It took traveling to a new place, meeting new people, and learning new ways to do things for UYF to discover something that might seem obvious now, but is truly revolutionary. Without that mission trip, there would be no community meal. There would be no connection between our congregation and the people that the faith of this church teaches we should help. We may have handed out money or food, but that would have contributed to the poor community's feeling of being insignificant or lesser human beings, which is a tragedy and a failure on our part, because if I have learned anything from being a part of UYF and this church, it is that we are all more the same than we are different. And I will take this opportunity to encourage your attendance at the community meals, because as a member of this congregation, it is extremely important that you experience and take part in this wonderful thing that perfectly represents what we as a group believe in. The spirit and feeling of those people who sat in the reflection circle on the 2012 mission trip lives on every single month. What we learned was not forgotten upon our return, but lives on in the growing number of people we serve each month, and the spirit is passed on to every person that shares in the experience. My second mission trip was to Heifer Farm near Boston, Massachusetts. We learned about the problems associated with the growing world population and about sustainability, the idea of giving people a hand up and not a handout. Heifer International is committed to teaching people in third world living conditions about sustainable farming and giving them the tools to provide for themselves. These tools are often animals. UYF was moved by the shocking statistics on poverty all over the world and by how much of an effect one animal can have on the survival of an entire village. Before coming home, we committed ourselves to put on a fundraiser that would generate $5,000 for Heifer International. It was a big project that took a lot of effort, but together as a whole congregation, we were able to purchase 2 of every animal that Heifer can supply to a village. Because we were able to travel to the farm, experience the difficulties of living such a lifestyle firsthand, and meet people who spend their lives working for a cause we had never before heard of, we were able to bring that knowledge and spirit of giving back to Kent and to you. On my third mission trip, which was to New York City, I saw poverty on a greater scale than ever before. We spent a lot of time working at food banks that provided people with cans and food items that could be easily stored and taken home to families. Once again, our group thought about what we had seen and learned throughout the trip and were inspired to do more back in Kent. We now bring a large supply of to-go containers to every monthly meal so that people can either bring food back to family members who were unable to attend, or so they can know where their next couple meals will come from. We also supply donations of things like bread and other food items for people to take home with them. I want to get to my fourth and sadly my final mission trip now. It hasn't been long since we returned from West Virginia, and the feeling of inspiration brought on by a week of working with incredible people on a common goal has not worn off at all. We came face to face with poverty that is vastly different from the poverty I saw in the big cities. I saw people who had seemingly nothing, no hot water, a toilet that doesn't flush, and children who have such a small chance of breaking out of the cycle of poverty that they were born into. In our reflection circle at the end of the trip, I found myself feeling guilty just thinking about everything I have done in life and all the opportunities that have been given to me. What have I done to deserve all of this? And more importantly, what have those kids done to deserve this? These are questions that can't be answered, but that doesn't mean there's no value in asking them. Maybe I'm just lucky, but realizing that puts me in a position to help. Just as in past mission trips, I want there to be something that carries on the spirit of this trip. Our group has already discussed the idea of starting an annual scholarship to help an impoverished child in this area. With money raised through the work of UYF and this congregation, we could give a child an opportunity that they would have never considered possible before, an opportunity that each of us would take for granted. Through such a scholarship, all of the knowledge gained on this trip, the spirit of care and giving, and the bond of the people in that reflection circle would be able to live on right here in our hometown. So if you have ever wondered what the money you donate is helping, or if the expense is worth it for just one short week, I wholeheartedly, passionately tell you, yes. Your support allows excited, curious youth to experience the different cultures of their own country, to see and experience many types of poverty that they may have been oblivious to otherwise, to connect with incredible people that will open their eyes to things never before considered, and to explore themselves and their beliefs, helping to form who they are and who they will become as adults. But allow me to suggest this to you as well. If you donated even $1 to the 2012 mission trip, then you are responsible for the existence of the community meal. Every single person that has come to that meal in need of help has been helped by you and because of you. Every person that has walked through those doors on the third Sunday, and every person who will walk through those doors in the future, has been touched by you. There are people in a village in a third world country that have a chance to survive and provide for themselves because you gave X amount of money to UYF for their mission trip. If you gave money to support this trip to West Virginia, then you will have helped every child given a chance that may change their life because of a scholarship will start. You have made an incredible investment into our own community by sending us to other parts of the country for 7 short days. I'm sad to leave, but UYF fully embodies the idea that commitment is an act and not simply a word. Because of that, I trust that in every future mission trip, something incredible will be brought back here to Kent and shared with this congregation and the greater community. Every person in this room is surrounded by people who I hope share a passionate commitment around a common purpose, and therefore anything is possible. So thank you. Thank you for every single dollar you have ever given us. Your support has changed the lives of so many people in need, and it has certainly changed mine.